Hello and welcome back to UK Finance Explained. In the previous lesson, we explored the UK payroll process and followed the journey from collecting employee information through to paying employees accurately and on time. If you are following the complete course, don't forget to download the accompanying UK Payroll Fundamentals workbook and activity guide and complete today's exercises as you work through the lesson. Now we are going to focus on one of the most important concepts in payroll. That is gross pay versus net pay. If you've ever looked at a pay slip and wondered why didn't I receive my full salary, or why is the amount in my bank account different from my salary, this lesson will answer those questions. So by the end of this lesson, you'll understand what gross pay is, what net pay is, why they are different, and how deductions affect an employee's pay. Imagine you've just received a new job. Your employment contract states you'll earn 30,000 a year. When payday arrives, you check your bank account expecting to see £2,500. But instead, you've received much less. Has your employer made a mistake? Usually the answer is no. The amount in your contract is your gross pay, while the amount you receive is your net pay. Understanding the difference is one of the first skills every payroll professional needs. So gross pay is the total amount an employee earns before any deductions are taken. Think of gross pay as the employee's total earnings for that period. So depending on the employee, gross pay may include basic salary, hourly wages, perhaps overtime, bonuses, commission, holiday pay, shift allowances, or statutory payments. So everything the employee has earned added together to calculate gross pay. A simple way to remember it is gross pay equals total earnings before deductions. Let's look at a simple example. So Emma's gross pay is £2,400. Okay, and this is obviously per month. But overtime is 180 and she had a performance bonus of 120. But now, if we add the 2,400 basic pay or basic salary, we add the £180 plus the 120, which equals 2,700, and that then becomes the gross pay. So at this stage, no deductions have been made. Gross pay isn't just a number on a payslip. It's the starting point of almost every payroll calculation. Payroll software uses gross pay to work out income tax, national insurance, pension contributions, other payroll deductions. If gross pay is incorrect, every calculation that follows could also be incorrect. That's why payroll professionals always make sure employee earnings are accurate before payroll is processed. Net pay is the amount the employee actually receives after all deductions have been taken. This is often called maybe a take-home pay, final pay, pay after deductions. It is the amount that is transferred into the employee's bank account on payday. So a simple formula is gross pay minus deductions equals net pay. Before employees are paid, certain amounts may be deducted from the gross pay. So some deductions are required by law. Others depend on the employee's circumstances. So examples could include your income tax, NI, pension contributions, student loan repayments, other authorized deductions. We'll look at each of these in detail later in the course. For now, it's enough to understand that deductions reduce gross pay to produce net pay. Let's continue with Emma. So her gross pay is 2,700. And payroll calculates the following deductions, which is your income tax, national insurance, pension contribution. So her total deductions for this period was 470. So it's the 250 plus the 140 plus the 80. So it's a total of 470 deductions. Now we calculate net pay. which is the 2,700 less the 470, and that equals 2,230 pounds. Although Emma earned 27, she receives 2,230 in her bank account. That 2,230 is her net pay. Think of payroll as a journey. Employee completes work, employer calculates earnings, gross pay is calculated, payroll deductions are applied, net pay is calculated. Money is paid into the employee's bank account. So every payroll follows the same basic process. If we compare the gross pay and net pay, and we can compare it with these two columns here. On the left, we've got gross pay. On the right, net pay. So you can see on the left, we have under gross pay total earnings, but on the right, we have the final amount received. The same for before deductions under gross pay as after deductions under net pay. Gross pay is the starting point for payroll calculations. Net pay is paid into the employee's bank account. And gross pay is usually the larger amount, obviously, and the net pay will be the smaller amount. An easy way to remember this is gross pay is what you earn. Net is what you keep. So people often ask, why do two employees earning the same salary sometimes receive different net pay? The answer is simple. Not every employer has the same deductions. So for example, employee A and employee B both earn 3,000 gross pay. Employee A has no pension contributions or student loan repayments, but employee B contributes to a workplace pension and repays a student loan. Even though they earned exactly the same gross pay, employee B may receive less net pay because more deductions apply. But that is perfectly normal. Before we finish, let's review what we've learned. Gross pay is the employee's total earnings before deductions. Net pay is the amount the employee receives after deductions. Payroll deductions reduces gross pay to arrive at net pay. Gross pay is used to calculate payroll deductions, making it one of the most important figures in payroll. Remember the sequence whenever you process payroll. You've got your employee earns money. You've got gross pay is calculated. Next, you've got payroll deductions are applied. Then net pay is calculated. Employee then gets paid. So if you understand the process, you've mastered one of the core building blocks of payroll. In the next lesson, we will look at another key payroll concept: salary versus hourly employees. You'll learn how salaried and hourly employees are paid, how the earnings are calculated, and why payroll professionals need to understand the difference before processing payroll. So thanks for watching. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and download the workbook to practice what you've learned. I'll see you in the next lesson.